That's me. I'm John. And at the height of COVID, I moved to Santa Monica, just a few blocks from the ocean. Every morning, I took a long walk on the beach. Mostly I just needed exercise. Plus, I had bought a new drone, hoping that I could see dolphin in the ocean. Anyway, I'm still hoping. Where was I? Oh yes! I'd start my walk north of the pier in Santa Monica, and then I'd walk to the pier in Venice Beach. It's like 3.5 miles each way. On the way back, I'd walk on the Venice Beach boardwalk, where a community of homeless people was getting larger by the day. It wasn't long before I started seeing a lot of the same people over and over again. I'd wave to them, say hello. Sometimes we'd chat. I'd ask them which was their tent or how long they'd been homeless.
I've been homeless approximately 15 months.
It isn't long before a conversation turns to food and how, when you're homeless, you often have no idea when you're going to eat next. Did you have breakfast today?
Nope, I haven't eaten 3 days.
How much money do they give you for food for a month?
I'm an adult male, 55 years old. I live off $196 a month allotment I get from the government in food stamps.
Nearly everyone has 2 or 3 stories about being woken up just before dawn by the police and given a $200 ticket for sleeping on the beach. And how much is the ticket for? Sorry?
I don't know.
I learned how much harder your life can be when your very existence is criminalized. Sheriff, is this going to, if they pass this law this afternoon, is it going to criminalize homelessness?
I don't think it's going to do anything, really.
It's criminalized because they have no other solution. The city haven't invested in homeless people. The city don't even own a damn shelter.
As if living outside, worrying about food, and the constant threat of arrest weren't already overwhelming. I was quickly made aware of how the city of Los Angeles was actively and routinely bowing to public pressure and making things for the homeless exponentially worse. They lock the public bathrooms at night and on the weekends. I guess the homeless are just expected to hold it in once the sun sets.
When you turn around and you look, you don't see no toilets out here. You don't see no hand washing stations out here.
You have feces everywhere, on sidewalks, behind trash cans, in alleys, urine everywhere, rats running around.
The public sinks have been designed in a way so the only thing that fits under the faucet is your hands, making it impossible, say, to wash your feet or clean a pot or a dish. The sections of some streets are paved with a brick pattern that is designed to disorient you in order to prevent people from sleeping or congregating there during the day. And take a look at park benches, a place where people are meant to sit and rest. They are intentionally designed to be too short in order to discourage people from sleeping on them. Lots of the homeless people told me that the homeowners in Venice didn't like them very much. The vitriol of the NIMBYs was evident online and in person.
It's probably worse than it was like in the 80s. I step over people. What we have is a situation that's serious, and it's not working with what we're doing right now.
Lots of homeless shared what it was like to be ignored by the tourists, to know that you're taking up physical space, but to somehow not be seen. Or worse, what it was like to be gawked at by tourists, as if they were trained elephants at the circus.
A lot of the people, when I try and help give them directions, it's like they do look through me and totally ignore me, and it's like, and as they walk away, it's like, hey, I was just trying to help you get to where you're trying to find. It's like I don't ask people for anything out here.
Loneliness has an especially debilitating consequence. Prisons use isolation as a form of punishment. A million years of evolution, though, have steered humans towards making communities. I also got to know a little about the anxiety that everyone felt about their safety all the time, and how it gets dialed up every time the sun goes down, because that's when the boardwalk became the most dangerous. Fights over turf and women, drug deals gone bad, drug addicts in a desperate search for something to steal so they'd have something to sell so they could buy their next fix.
This last month is by far the most violent I've seen. They witnessed me attack a guy with a 2x4.
Did you?
Who had been bullying me, and he wouldn't stop bullying me, and so forth.
There's a lot of people out here that need, counseling, therapy, whatever the case may be, that aren't getting it. And they're choosing not to help themselves. It's easy to self-medicate and, hide from the problems. And me, I'm dealing with my problems.
At night, the person a few tents down, who you had a beef with during the day, will exact their revenge.
To protect myself, somebody gave me this golf club with an extension of the PVC pipe that you can hide a knife in the top.
On April 20th, 2021, a California judge made a ruling in a lawsuit where he ordered the city to find housing for 5,000 homeless people within 180 days. A ticking clock, yes! Now look, you may not know this, but a ticking clock is an excellent narrative device. It adds tension and urgency to the story, right? Are the homeless going to get housing? Will they end up back on the beach? There's a ticking clock. So, when a great film structure presented itself, I decided to make a documentary and to solve the homeless crisis. And look, it's not like I don't have experience. I do. I've been making factual entertainment television for 20 years. Plus, I have 14 Emmy nominations. So clearly, I am the guy who can solve homelessness. Oh, look, there is just one other thing. I also lost at the Emmys 14 times. So there's that.